Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another One Piece reaction review, this time chapter 1115 titled Pieces of a Continent. Now, last chapter, obviously the big thing was Vegapunk's speech and him talking about how Joy Boy was the first pirate, which we didn't really get any other information about that. So that's probably going to be a bigger reveal in retrospect, but right now it's just kind of like, okay, what does that mean? What do we have? Like, what's the repercussions of that, really? So let's just get into the chapter and see what they are. Starting off with our cover page story, obviously continuing with Yamato. She's just visiting Hiyori and Otoko, who are making her a bento lunch. So yeah, I'm guessing this will be maybe what a lot of the cover story is just seeing what other characters in Wano are up to. Just, fun little thing. We might get some bigger stuff later on, but I'm not expecting a whole lot from this cover story right now. But I have nothing to say. It's just fun. Anyways, let's get into the actual chapter. We're starting off in actually. Whoa. Okay. So we're starting off in the flower capital. Okay. Where do we? Maybe this cover story will actually have more. Unless we might just be seeing people's reactions. But flower capital of Wano. Someone's saying, "I can't believe this. I can't believe this gets signals from abroad." But but as for why he was called a pirate, this is Vegapunk saying. But as for why he was called a pirate, and then he trails off because I'm guessing we're gonna see what other people are saying. Oh shoot, technical difficulties right now. Let's do this. There we go. Orochi had it in the castle. So yeah, they found transponders now. We have Momonosuke here. He's saying, so Joy Boy was a pirate. He sounds just like Luffy. Kinemon over here says, you heard of him, my lord? And then it looks like we're going to the Brig Naval Base G4. Who are these bows? Oh my gosh. Former fake Luffy, and now it looks like he's pretending to be, now he's being fake Captain Kid right now. Damalo Black right now. What in the world is up with these guys? It looks like they're in prison now, which is good. I didn't think we'd ever see them again. Oh my gosh. What are these guys saying? Here's the fake killer here. What in the world? He just has an afro. That's just painted like Killer's helmet. This is okay. These guys are a bunch of goons right here. Joy Boy. I don't believe he's stronger than our captain. Right, Captain Kid? Leave the guy alone. He's already dead. That's the captain we love and admire. Kid's the most generous guy around. There's no way that I'm weaker than Joy Ball. These guys are... Boy, yeah. Why in the world would... And now we're just cutting away from them. Yeah, Vegapunk's still talking. But as for why he was called a pirate, I have only a reed from a handful of poneglyphs. But what I found there was the record of a breathtakingly vast war. Joy Boy's enemy was the world government of the present day. Wait, is that us? If he was a pirate, that checks out. All the Marines are pretty much just as interested as we are. I wonder what they're gonna do about this, because they probably also want to hear what's going on. Back with the Giants and Luffy, they're still running away, of course. Vegapunk, more accurately, it was the precursor to the world government, a provisional army put together by 20 kingdoms known as the Alliance. Okay, that makes sense. So before they were actually the world government, it was just this little alliance, or not even little. 20 kingdoms is huge, so this pretty big alliance. And we have Marcus. Ooh, is this Marcus? Yeah, this is Marcus Mars here, I'm pretty sure. He, obviously, the transponders now, he's still looking. It looks like he's using Conqueror's Haki or something. Yeah, that's what that is. So, just kind of showing us he has Conqueror's Haki. Not a huge surprise. I feel like that makes sense. You need some powerful people up at the top with the Gorosei. Anyways, you might say that they had no other choice. So robust was Joy Boy's faction. Without knowing the spark that caused the war, I won't say who was right or wrong. I'll simply say that two competing ideologies came head to head. As I mentioned earlier, for its time, 900 years ago, the country of Joy Boy's birth... Oh, okay, we're getting a cut at Zou in the New World... was a startlingly advanced civilization. So yeah, this is a lot of stuff where... I'm having a hard time reacting to this just because I'm like... This makes sense, okay? This isn't anything huge. It's just linking the dots. Like, obviously, we knew Jorba lived like during the Void Century. We knew about the ancient city in the Void Century, or ancient country. We knew it was advanced. This is just stuff that makes sense. So sorry if I'm not absolutely flabbergasted at this stuff. I thought there was something else I wanted to mention. I guess it's just Vegapunk's being he's like, I'm not gonna be biased at all. I'm just giving you the facts right now, which I think is cool and interesting. Let's see. Yeah, so whereas Zoe obviously just showing that they're also listening into this. And the weapons that were used over the course of this 100-year conflict appear to be impossible to recreate with the latest of modern science. That's amazing. And now I did see this out of the corner of my eye. We are seeing Foxy of the Foxy Pirates, and I'm pretty sure Hamburg right there. Wild that we're seeing them, because I don't think, if I am correct, in the manga canon, they have only been seen at Long Ring Long Land, of course. In a short flashback, Luffy had Amazon Lily when he thought Boa Hancock's Devil Fruit was the slow beam, and now, which is just wild. It looks like we're moving on. It seems like this is just Oda having fun and being like, hey, look who's here, Foxy. I forget his full name. Silver Fox Foxy, is that what it was? Wild. And they're laughing. Hoi 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 fe. What nonsense is this? He's talking peanuts. Eek, I'm starving, boss. I forgot the girl's name, but that's her. Even I, a humble genius, cannot replicate them. Psh, what's he bragging about? And yeah, now we're cutting away. Just wild that we're seeing them. Vegapunk obviously continues, and therein lies the problem. So yeah, he's talking about these weapons are just technology in general, crazy advanced stuff they have. He doesn't even know like what to do about it, and it's crazy hearing that, especially with just how insanely advanced the stuff at Egghead is. Like way more advanced than even like our world's modern time. And like, of course, compare that to the rest of the One Piece world, where obviously technology varies, but they're not like crazy advanced at all. Let's see, Labo. We're coming to Labo phase here. Stussy, obviously, she's shutting down the barriers and handling all that. Looks like a transponder snow. Stussy, who is this here? It's me, Edison. Oh, okay, so she's talking to Edison right now. Lower the barrier and run for safety. What? I can't. If anything happens to the Straw Hats before they can leave. Honestly, there ain't much point in the barrier anymore. If they can't stop these guys from getting past it, yeah, okay, that makes sense. He's just get out of here is their main goal, which has been their goal, obviously. I feel like I've been saying that this whole time. I've done all I can to help the Straw Hats make their escape. They can take it from here. Are you on your way, Jinbei? Sorry, almost there. Don't apologize, Jinbei. We were... And then it trails off. Was that you I heard saying something, Zoro? I'm gonna smack you after this. So, yeah. it's Jinbei carrying Zoro, of course. Let's see. And then, obviously, the other group. I'm trying to keep track of all the groups I have. I might be missing some, but here's Nami saying, hurry. More ships are gathering around the northeast coast. We don't want to land on the water only to get bombarded to bits. Stassi over here says, that's a relief. Stella would be so upset with me if I didn't help them get away. Nah, he wouldn't. Now get out of there. But I don't know what to do. Oh, that's Vegapunk, but I don't know what to do. Without Stella around anymore, what do I live for? What is she saying here? Alright, so it looks like we're cutting away from that for now, but it's feeling like Stussi's about to like sacrifice herself in something just with the way that was worded. But anyways, let's keep going. What's going on here? I can't even... Oh, that's Bonnie there. Okay. For a second there, I was like, what is that? Stassi doing something? No. Don't let me use that katana. The old geezer can cut through anything. Yeah, he seems pretty cracked with the sword. What is he saying? And no response detected. Bonnie, look how Bonnie, and she like narrowly dodges that attack from him. And then, oh, there, I didn't even notice they were near the docks there. I guess I've not been keeping up there. But he like cuts off the massive mast of the giant ship, it looks like there. Can't hold that future form for long. The Void Century. Okay, so he's still going, and he's still got some big things to talk about. Came to a close with the defeat of Joy Boy. How long must you jabber on, Vegapunk? Where's he going? And yeah, so now was it Ethan Baron? Is he Ethan? I just know Ethan. I remember his name's Ethan. Obnoxious bio response, but not before leaving vast permanent scars of war across the face of the world. And he just does a massive slash here, and he cuts like the entire island of Egghead in half. Like, jeez, like that entire. I forget the names of. Is it the Labosphere, the Stratosphere, wherever the top part with the cloud and everything is, all that big main base. He just cuts that entire thing in half, and yeah. All of the, yeah, everyone's freaking out. Everyone's screaming now. There's some government agents who are falling down or something. Jeez. So these guys are all falling through the sky. Well, Vegapunk says, the world is made up of a series of islands. Sailing between them is difficult, and many people never experience anything but their own culture at home. These people are saying, yeah, duh. That's kind of how the One Piece fans are like. We've been talking about this all the time. Everyone knows the sea is dangerous, but this shared understanding of the world does not necessarily apply to the world of 1,000 years ago, because a cataclysm occurred during the Void Century. Okay, this is some interesting stuff because I have heard like lots of people theorizing about them separating the world government purposely having the world this way through some means, someone having a special devil fruit or something, but making it the way it is specifically so people can band together and be stronger that way. Because a cataclysm occurred during the Void Century, causing the world to sink once before. We're currently living on the pieces of a continent that existed long ago. Okay, so there it is. It's not even, I mean, that's crazy. I'm just looking at this shot right here of like an underground city, presumably the ancient kingdom. It actually looks like there's some remnants of another robot or something like we saw before, but it's off to the side there. But man, that's just a crazy shot. Yeah, it's just completely submerged. All these fish and sea monsters swimming around it. Oh, and then here with the revolutionaries, they're freaking out. Huh? But then Sabo here, he has a very like stern look on his face. The world millennium ago now slumbers unseen at the bottom of the sea. Okay. Now we're actually in, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting what it's called? We're in the Nami's hometown. I can't even remember what it's called, but anyways, in fact, one can assume that in the past there were a number of continents we know nothing about. This is all so wild. Where are you going, Nojiko? The world's in danger. You can tell me about it later. I'm gonna check on the tangerine groves. Nojiko. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If I was her, I could not think about anything else right now. This is like insane stuff. If the world were still the same as it was in the past, then the act of erasing 100 years of history would be simply unthinkable and impossible. However, it makes more sense when you understand that the rise in sea level over that century was 200 meters. And it was like, what? 200 meters? Let's see. These gigantic battleships are only 600 meters long. No wonder the whole world vanished. Hey, don't get distracted by the story. Sephiroth and the Seraphim came falling down to ground level. We gotta rescue them. Did you hear that? This man's still lying. This is over at Mocktown, of course. They're just living up to the name of the town, okay? You can't really blame them. The old coot's cracking me up. No way any of this is true. Cherry Blossom Kingdom. How does such a thing happen? There's still so much to learn about the world. And then, we're seeing, what is it? What's her name? Miss Golden Week. I don't know what island she's on. I can't really see who anyone else in that picture is, but that mountain over there is just about 200 meters tall. Imagine the sea rising that high. It sounds like hell. How many people must have died? Yeah, insane. It's crazy to think, especially if I'm just thinking like all the islands must have just been big mountains then, I guess. It's crazy. As for why the sea level rose so much during that century, it'd be natural to assume the work of a sudden natural disaster. But I can state for a fact that this was a man-made disaster. Over at the World Economic Journal, that's what it's called. That's just crazy. Vivi's shutting Big News Morgan's over here. She's trying to listen in. If such a cataclysm were caused by natural forces, then the initial disaster would have spanned several centuries and inflicted slow but continual damage upon the world. But by any measurement, climatology, geology, environmental, and atmospheric science, this dramatic shift could not have happened within a single century. So the cause is something else. And when I detected the rise in worldwide sea levels the other day, I had my answer. I knew the cause and confirmed its existence. The ancient weapons that sunk the world into the sea 800 years ago still exist today and await the moment that they stir once again. In other words, the vast war that arose during the Void Century never came to an end. And that is where the chapter ends, with a shot of Emu here in the flower room that we all know, and just insane. We leave it there. Oh my gosh, Vegapunk better not stop talking. He better keep going. Not because I'm not satisfied. I mean I'm not satisfied, but this is all great stuff. But I really want Vegapunk to just keep going off and keep hitting us with these bangers. It's insane. It's a lot of stuff. It's just nice to just finally have it there in place. Oh my gosh. I mean, the whole thing about the massive continent sinking into the sea. And so obviously all these islands, they're just higher, places that were higher above ground where people escaped. And like the world government, or obviously as I said then, it was just an alliance. They just completely ruined the world, and obviously made it pretty much ideal for them to rule over. At least I'm guessing they purposely made it so that it's these islands split up where people don't have the strength in numbers. But maybe that was just a happenstance. Maybe their main goal was just to wipe out as many people as possible. But yeah, that's insane. I mean, obviously we know this pretty much is telling us that the world government has what is it? Uranus? Was it Uranus that was the? Because yeah, there's Poseidon, Pluton, and Uranus. Is that what it was? I don't know why, but I'm doubting myself now. For some reason, I'm thinking it's something else. But that's the only one I can think of. I've been having a lot of these moments with One Piece recently. There's a lot of information to take in, and I'm actually having a hard time keeping track of all of it. But yeah, this chapter also just continues the trend where we see a bunch of characters. Very insane that we see, first of all, fake Luffy, who is now fake Kid right now. Just insane. He's just in prison. Obviously, he's not a big shot or anything. It's just funny that Oda threw him in again. I really want to look closer because yeah, they're dressed up as the different members. It's just, oh my gosh, these guys. Then obviously, yeah, Silver Fox Foxy. Just wild to see him again as well. Man. Yeah, and talking about Joy Boy, it's so strange. He's talking about Joy Boy being the first pirate, but it's really weird because it feels like if because oh my gosh, it feels like Joy Boy. It almost feels like Joy Boy would be like a high-ranking official of this ancient kingdom, because if he was the his death ended the Void Century. It feels like he was like the final one. He was a big leader or something. That's what it would feel like. But the fact that he's the first pirate, it's is interesting. Maybe it's just because I don't know. Like maybe the world government was already winning, and Joy Boy took him, and some people who followed him, and they maybe this was after the whole sea level rise, and he was like the last remaining remnant, and he was sailing around for maybe several years, and he was the last remaining force really fighting the world government, and he was maybe doing some pretty crazy stuff and actually holding his own. And so, and then obviously once he was dead, that was like the end of it. But yeah, that's it's just insane, crazy lore stuff we're getting right now. um yeah. I'm trying to remember. I mean, for some, the country. Yeah, and also just the fact that it's a super advanced civilization is super interesting. It makes me wonder how these kingdoms were able to take them on if they were so advanced. It just seems crazy. I guess that maybe the ancient weapons, but I'm trying to think like it feels like the ancient. Yeah, because this has been confirmed, right? That the ancient weapons were made by the ancient kingdom. That I mean, that just feels right. I don't know if I'm just making that conclusion on my own in my head, or if that was actually like mentioned. But it's like the only way was for them to steal those weapons, I guess. I mean, obviously, one of those weapons is just the mermaid princess, but you know, my point still stands. It's just oh, it just makes me want to see just a whole story arc about all that massive war and crazy stuff. And then obviously at the end, Vegapunk mentions the war really like never ended. People are like and I'm trying to figure out exactly what he means, but it's like is he just talking about the general fact that people are still fighting against the world government, or maybe he's just talking about pirates in general is kind of like the last remaining force that like sort of they're like oh what's the word they're like part of the same faction as Joy Boy in a way. When Joy Boy split off, he became the first pirate, and so now that general faction is like pirates are like Joy Boy in the sense that they are against the world government and all that stuff. And so maybe that's just what he means. But man, One Piece never misses really. I mean, sometimes stuff is a little bit off, but really, it's great stuff. These recent chapters have all been bangers. But just tell me your thoughts on this chapter. On the Yeah, tell me your thoughts on this chapter in the comments, or tell me your thoughts on this video as a whole. Remember to save the blobfish, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.